There are some videos being created to make it seem like a soul jumping happened to me at that hotel. I was placed in a situation against my fucking will, and I'm angry, and I command and fucking demand however you want me to word it, to be removed from this goddamn situation that I was put in against my will. Or people are going to start dropping in solar buildings. I'm done with it. We're going to make it seem like she's nuts to everybody. The editing, the software and the programs that were created just to keep who I really am from me in the world. I know who I am. All of these gifts that I have, people recognize from before, from when I was a child, from when I was a shooter, a sharpshooter. Please stop suppressing and trying to diminish and make my achievements disappear. I am tired. Do you know how many people are reaping something or receiving something because of a fucking something that I did or had something to do with? Houses are going to start collapsing. Planes are going to start. You're dealing. How is it? Why is it? Excuse me. Why is it that when people talk about this God, when you talked about this God that didn't show up, my God is powerful, my God is bold, my God is a God of war. Here's your fucking God. Now what? Your God is a white woman. The God you know of. You really think that this is a joke? I don't expect any men to assist in this situation. It hit me a little while, like a few minutes ago, that not only am I the strongest woman, I'm the strongest man ever created. It seems to be very personal what's going on, right? And it's only personal on your end. I can walk away, let go, fuck it. It's not because I'm weak, it's because I won't carry that shit around with me. I can walk away from people, places, and things in seconds and not have any regret. That makes me even more powerful. You're spending too much time comparing notes between you and I. And what happens is the way that you feel about yourself and then you compare something with me makes it seem like you're on the losing side with shit. And then you get angry at me because you feel this way. I can feel this shit. I can. It's not fair. Do you feel this? It's going to be so much worse. I'm telling you, you're not going to be able to make it here. And then somehow I will get there because somebody will make it to me. It's fated. You are fucking with fate and the world is being destroyed. You're not going to be able to put this on anybody else. This is disgusting. You keeping me here and blocking my phone and fucking with my channel does not mean that I'm just going the fuck away that easy. You can't hide me. You feel me? And the shit with my mind, these things that they've shown me, enough information to know who I am, I that other shit, forget about it. I'm concerned with where I'm going to be safe, myself. I want nothing to do with that name, whatever that was. I want nothing to do with it. Final. I realized that I didn't know some things. And I knew them already, and then they were kind of messed with, and then other things were attempted to be forced into my brain, and with that, I was made a star, basically, through this shit. What they did was, someone's not resting. But, hello, hi, pigeon. I didn't realize some of the colors on some of these birds you don't really see unless they're close up. They just show right up in front of my window. Hey. No one cares. Nobody cares. I'll tell you what, right now, I feel like either I was blind, I was drugged, or I was just showing or giving my very valuable attention to people who did not deserve it or didn't deserve it anymore. Lesson learned, officially. Who is this guy that's, oh my God. This is someone who's in what you can say a constricted situation. And they want to I feel like somebody would slit their wrist or something. But they can't. They know that this is because of something that happened with you. Yeah, over some money. This could have been a life insurance policy, a property, Kennedy, that they were trying to cut you out of, an estate. There could be many men who are not at rest because they know that you're going to wind up getting this. Yeah. Somebody's blocked from watching you too. This could even be that certain government cameras could be down. Something with 7. I also see somebody trying to mimic that part of the movie by taking someone out to the desert and then having a box be there. What is this? Are we just watching disgusting and morbid movies? Like they come up with something new. Is that what we're doing? We're just taking something that somebody else did and redoing it. There's no original thought, nothing. Oh, they want Kennedy. Look, it says it on the phone. I have to show somebody this. I think that there are some people that could be losing their mind because they can't watch you through something. That's what this feels like right now. Yeah, and this person, they like having tabs on you. Yeah, they like making sure that you were by yourself and la-di-da-di-da. I mean, you could be a Cancer, or you're just a very... It's hard to say a word for this. It's more of a feeling. It's hard to put you into words. My child, says Saddam. She's my child, Machana. That's my child. That's my actual birth child, Machana. 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 This is, this feels real Egyptian property, like in the desert, or Persian, or Afghanistan. Pillars and gates and everything. And I'm gonna put some, you're gonna faint. Did somebody see this property and they almost fainted? You're gonna faint when you see it. I'm excited. I haven't been even attempting to see it in my mind, but I know, because it's kind of, I feel like it's just warped. You could call it cleansing. I just say it's taken a beating, and I'm done with it. I'm done with this third eye for good. It's dangerous. Yep. This feels like servants. Look, master. Look at this. This is a plate and shit coming out with fucking robes on, high to the pool. Hey. Not like that, though. What'd you like? This could be a robot servant, or... Some people did some ritual on a boat. And then what happened? They got dropped off somewhere. Immediately the boat got stolen. They did a ritual on some fucking yacht or mega yacht or something like that. Some big boat. Sailing takes me away. See ya. Here, I'm gonna drop you off here, and then I'm gonna go shit to shatter. Somebody stuttered and had a lisp and had broken English and shit, and they still believed them. Affirmative. Yep, affirmative, Captain. Fa la 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 la. Alright, so that's for somebody else. Let's get back to these. Let me get some letters for these guys that know, and for this feels like for women where I got the job or I'm moving to another city. There's a woman who got a job that she didn't tell this guy that she looked into, we'll say. And it's a job that's a little more, for a woman, a little more dangerous than most, but she has to move. And this shit was going south anyway. This is amazing, really. supermarket. Give me some letters, please. Oh. FM. Familia. Familia Turner. OM. And HR. Fuck my ride at? Fuck me, really? Fuck me, really? Fuck me! Sounds like me. I love that side of myself. I love when I had these fits of rage and fury. That's how I manifest better through that than I do the gratitude thing. Now what I've been picturing in my mind instead of this other shit, after I cleared this thing out and it was painful, it was emotionally painful, that shit came out like physical pain, I just start whimpering. That's not what the whimpering was while I was sleeping though. For the person who was going to, oh God. What? How do you not know that you're getting into something? What? I move through life like this. If this was public, what I'm doing right now, would I be okay? I mean, how many of you just became so friggin', I had knowledge. You had enough knowledge to know. You had all of you had enough knowledge to know what this thing was, whether it was whatever the unethical part is. You completed a cycle. Officially done. Had you done this 6 months ago, you would have been gone by now. Yeah, I'm telling you, you're going to be happy doing it too. You're going to be traveling the world. So you're getting some kind of money. Look at this shit. La di da di da. This is this usually the full card for me is like I'm free, but this just looks like whoa. This is sunshine, the beach, tennis courts. It's a whole city. It's a whole city. And there you are on the throne, that the king of, but I feel like you're a woman. You're a woman in male. Yeah, who's this guy here? Who's this guy though? There was somebody here that could be an earth sign or a Leo that was holding you back, Libra. And you could have been giving them kind of attention or some kind of attaboys that they didn't deserve, that was keeping you in a situation longer than you were supposed to be. Yeah, and it could be because of this. This would be like the telepathy, or there was some type of with communication somehow. It's too late. It's too late. And for some reason, it kills me that you're going to be one of these people outside. But, affirmative. There was also this kind of cloudiness over whether somebody was really working on themselves or not. I'm watching videos about this and trying to do this myself, or I want to do this in a homeopathic way, or you could have been doing that. This is why whatever this is had to happen, so that you could get some, this is like a husband or dad you had to close something out with. In order to get some kind of opportunity. This is two male cards on top of one another. And I'm telling you, with the FM that came out first, I feel like you're a fucking woman. Get this female off my horse. Oh. So you were married to, or your dad's a woman hater. Russian? Russian. Yeah. You know what's weird is I felt at first with this, fuck me, really? That somebody, and then the other cards that came out with the kind of restriction, I felt that somebody was either in jail, prison, a psych ward, a straitjacket, locked in a trunk, but whatever it is, what they were doing to you was to keep you restricted. I need to know that they're right there at this time, with sternship. And something happened where now it's reversing, where you're finally, look at this ribbon around her, it's like loosening. And do you feel kind of things inside of you popping, or, oh God, it really was. It's amazing that when you don't see it, I tell other people about it and don't notice that I'm doing it myself, Eric. But mine's not person to person. If I was person to person with some of this thing that I felt, I just don't feel like I would have given it much time. And that's why it had to be done through this matrix overload. Is that what somebody called it? It's a matrix overload. It's just an information overload with very little wisdom now, it seems like, from very little people. Or this is just what I feel. I need to move to the island where there are brains and action and women, strong women, and men that can be programmed. I guess it's a flip. It's not to turn against, and it's not to cause, see, mine's different. It's not to cause war. It's not to make the world that I'm living in more uncomfortable. I'm smart. It's to make my world more comfortable. I still have respect for man as I know man. See, that's different than what I feel. And the women in my life need to be able to step up into that role whenever they need to, or it's just, you're never going to be able to spend time with me. It is, I'm a very, very, very strong, bold presence from the second you walk up to me, and there are reasons why I'm not like this because I'm rude or I'm trying to be something. This is what I am because of things. But I need bold, strong people. I need I need people that would, you don't have to put your life on the line for me necessarily every day, but I do that instinctively, where I step up, or I block, or I stand in front of. I need that in my life. So if I don't know how many people will be there, it won't be, I don't feel like it's going to be many. I'm going to be truthful. This is just lies and fighting and everything. So somebody got caught up with agents or something. That's what it feels like. This is like military, government, or something more private. Yeah, because they're somebody that was, the lesson learner. God. It wasn't, see, for somebody too, you live with this person, it wasn't so much that I wasn't seeing the lesson, but I was in a situation where I had to be there. Do you ever feel like, I thought I cut this cord, but I have to live with them right now? What would be keeping the separate? It's a cycle that needs to complete. It's not always when we're ready. Like, okay, I finally said today that I'm done. So where's this reward I get? It's not genuine. They want to know that when you say you're done, you're done. Or this wants to know. The same thing happened to me, and it's weird because I feel that it was sternship with some other type of beings. Even how important energetic cords are to go somewhere different. You have to be completely finished with something from the past, where if you wind up running into them, you are just cordial, and that's it. You walk away. You don't. This is for women. You don't fight. You don't make a scene. You grew since you saw this person. Yeah, we don't go backwards for a few minutes after years of reform. These hold on. When I tell you, these are These are the extreme sociopaths. These are the dangerous ones, the ones that will have a gun to their head when you walk in the door and then one pointed at you. We don't need these. I like dangerous men. I like dangerous men that protect women and kids. They're dangerous to me. I didn't feel like I have to be so specific, considering the kind of person that I am. People should know. Why do I feel like I have to fucking explain and pacify everything that I say because of judgment from people who listen to me? Nitpicking every little thing. I don't do it. I don't have enough people in my life to do it. But I'm just not like that. But I feel it over here. And maybe it makes people feel better about the way that they judged me in the beginning. It makes you feel more comfortable with how judgmental you were with so little information, or so much wrong information. Progress. Someone else is showing, well, you two could both be doing in the same situation, and you're the one showing progress. So if this was a thing where, let's say you were, or your husband, this could be something finally in a divorce that you get, or this could be your brother where you're both getting something, or a husband, something like that, where we have to give it to them. If it's between this and this, I mean, what are we doing here? I have to say this person. This feels very cult-like or group-like. And I think even the family, like, if for the one where this is a husband or the guy that was in your life, I don't feel a lot of defense when it comes to these family members. I feel very little, just enough so that I can play both sides. This family like to overpower, but this is also Ten of Cups and the Strength. This is, we said, this could even be church for some of you, where you found out some people in the church took a property or took some money. It has to be given. This is definitely church. It has to be given. This could even just be the Vatican too, for how big this could be. This is the Ten of Cups, Strength, and the Hierophant. This is governmental, Vatican, fucking cabal. With this could even be what's behind some of this for someone. You could be getting something that it's not left. It was bought. Okay? Please don't make paperwork up saying that it was left. The same it was purchased and built a while ago. It was longer than you think. More. No, it wasn't 7 years. They're weird with numbers to make me feel like to say something, whether it's time, birth dates, names, because a lot of this shit doesn't exist in this realm. It's earth stuff that we created this stuff. So it's more feeling for me. You could have been, somebody else was going to try and strong arm you out of this, and this could even be this guy. I know them, and I know this, and I got real badges. Somebody tried to go in there or take this like the Gestapo. And they're having a hard time doing it. Yeah, to no avail, Five of Pentacles. You know, there's too much attention on it now. The right attention. These are people, other people. This could even be family members of yours, whether you knew them and you could have not seen them for a long time. If this is a trust thing or something that has to do with legacy, and these are wealthy families, it has to be done, handled right. And whether it's, is this you and a sibling? Do you know what else I got? Is that you could be brother and sister, or this feels like this is a soulmate thing that doesn't feel like a relationship. They could be a lawyer, or somebody's on your side. Somebody's been paying attention to this thing from the sidelines, is correct. And this person is good at getting information, and I found out that you're right about a lot of shit. I don't know where you get this information from, but I may hire you to get some from me. No problem. Yeah, I don't speak often. And I'm usually in a trance. Even some of the pictures that I found from my childhood, I look like I'm just out of it. Like I always had to be in this trance because of certain things. And it comes off as cold or even aloof. And I guess that there's nothing I can do about that. I think it's weird when people tell all their business to people that they just met, and they didn't, especially to people where you didn't even get a name first, you know? Like, you're going to be glad that, I feel like this is also a thing of gratitude. Okay. I need to make sure wherever this goes, this is something separate from the property. I need to make sure that wherever this goes, my name is represented well. I don't even know this person that well, or I don't know them at all. And I can already feel that me connecting Buddha, you're like a Buddha. Do you remind somebody of the Buddha? They're about as close to Buddha as I'm going to get. That could be somebody's Shiva or Jesus, right? Three of Cups, and that feels like final. Like there was a ceremony done. It was a written and unspoken, and you could say spiritual, but it was just more. It felt like spiritual business, and it could be going to this woman right here, this Libra or Taurus, or look at this. This feels like inheriting the earth is what this feels like. I immediately feel that there are people who, to their death, will still try. And it doesn't feel like stop. Well, whoever these people are, they know they can't stop them. But to the altar again. I heard, is this altered too? And then I heard someone go, this is when people, they interrupt. So you can't trust what you're hearing. One person this will be an actual conversation, and then now the manipulation creeps in where somebody else's mind goes in to make people think something different is being, I guess, heard. Is how it went. Is this is edited too? And then I felt someone that they could tell if they didn't nod their head, yeah. And is this an addiction? Is this the new addiction, editing? And then someone was like, why? And immediately, this is Sheila, somebody interrupts with, because it's not you in the picture, and you know what I mean? How many times has this shit happened? I know we're all hearing this. I can't do it anymore. I feel so free, and I got rid of a lot of pain. Closing this thing permanently. It took me 4 days. 4 days to close this thing. I didn't realize how much destruction that being wide open like that brings into your life. What comes from other realms that attach to you. I'm comfortable with them until it's not even so much that, it was something else for me keeping me back. I didn't take my own advice. But it's hard for me because I don't have. It's not. This was all spiritual for me. Some people, you're actually good spiritually, but you have somebody in your life physically that you need to just. Look at this. Look, I got what is this? All 10 swords. Somebody broke their arm, got blown up. Fucking look, and they're like, I can still call Jake. This isn't Jake from State Farm. No, there aren't many people who want to get involved with this. I'm telling you, it happens. This is great. So now there's this woman. You're going to be happy. I feel like now you're getting some money. This could even be a penthouse that somebody wants to leave you a loft or something like that. Something in a high rise. I also see that there's something that collapsed. And this looks like a cliff, and then it's right next to Judgment. This could be shit dropping all over the world, or just cliffs and mountains breaking apart, ice. Listen, because you never know when that shit's gonna come out from underneath you. When this is made right with this legacy and bloodline, it has everything to do with that. Yeah, I judged him in the past. I also heard, she's fearless and she's crazy. So are we. What's the difference? She's got different body parts. Why do we criticize women for being like this? There aren't many people who are going to be able to face many of you women when they're with them finding out what's been happening. And I mean, I don't have that problem with anything. If I could be the one to come here and face me and give me and take me to this property, I would do it. I need somebody to be bold enough. But bold is different. This is, I'll fucking all over you to make sure that this gets done. Even if it puts my life in danger because it's the right thing to do. Blue. Is the roof blue? It's going to show up as blue, a real beautiful blue. I'm excited. I'm excited to see it again. Yeah, I was already there. Anyway, this is going to be amazing. This is why they wanted you to put, I guess, just... It feels like if you would have let this person back into your life, they would have said that they made progress. They show up like they did. And then after, what am I looking at? This could be 4 weeks to 4 months. Now all of a sudden you go back into the same shit and you don't even realize I'm right where I was 2-3 years ago, 5 years ago. Fighting, throwing shit at the wall. I thought that we got back together because we wanted to do this again, right? You could be definitely an earth sign, single is what I feel, and pretty, very pretty. You could have been close to death and your health could have been deteriorating. You could have been going back and forth with health issues, and it could have been because you were involved somehow with this person and it was keeping you bound to shit. Bound to shit. You have no idea how bound you really were. It was binding you through these alien beings. It was binding you inside. Just something small. When you're this kind of woman, the smallest cord will keep you stuck. Yep. And then you start spinning and doing the same shit, and you wind up wrapping it around you, and eventually you just... Ooh, wait. You could have been waiting, or somebody was waiting to meet this person. They could be gone. That's not going to happen. Or somebody was anticipating dating you, or you were, right? Whoever this is. I feel like the two of you just don't get along. This is no, we don't. It's done. It's over. And this is that we collaborate. So I don't feel like it's... You're way too strong, way too bold, and way too outspoken. And I'm guessing that this other person doesn't like hearing that. You say with the justice, it's very cutthroat, very, this is what it is, da-da-da-da-da. And then there's the manipulation, there's the force order. This is clearly no. There's no overlay. Yeah, there's no whiteout. You're a fucking jerk off and a rapist. There's no law. I don't. Cool. Somebody came back over and over and over again. Why is it that when you can feel I finally don't want you, now you show up every 15 fucking minutes? You picked the wrong one. Is that what happened? Did somebody pick another person and now something happened? Somebody else's other person looks like a menagerie. That this is, I can't get up because I'm not sure if they did their makeup yet. I can't stand my fucking home life. I can't stand this. Somebody, they're up all night. I'm up at night. They're up the day. We're crossing paths. I'm sleeping outside. Somebody's sleeping outside in the backyard and shit. Sitting there with a knife in their hand. Like, the fighting is this bad somewhere. I mean, what's up with the... just looking up at the sky, stars and shit. Okay, well, I mean, that's good. Or they used to, and they need to do that again. You used to sit outside and look up at the sky. This isn't good for the kid, what's going on. There's too much anger. You do everything out of anger anymore. And the more that you try to suppress it because you know people tell you that, the more angry that you get. Your situation is a lot to be desired. Somebody may wind up taking a life in this situation soon. I'm outside in the garden or something like that. This feels like the back porch. I'm ready to sleep on the back porch. These could be just multiple things happening. And this could have everything to do with some people who were doing some things thinking that they were going to take this estate from you, or they were going to live on your fucking property while you just stayed bound like this. Who would have thought that this one cord, it feels like one cord, and for somebody it's 3 different people that you have to cut off at once. They all have the same last name. And I didn't put that last name in there, but it could be Jackson. Yeah, there's a lot of activity going on with that. I don't like it. With this. I'm tired. There was supposed to be a wedding plan here, and now I feel like that's not happening. And it could even be that this thing that was keeping some of you stuck was because they're fucking married, and they lied and said that they were divorced, or that they got something started. It feels real lazy and codependent. It feels very superficial, narcissistic is what it feels like. Bean, B-E-A-N. Somebody else is also in jail or prison. There's some girls that are talking to. This could even be something being held up for college, is because of who you're dating, the kind of people that you're dating. You're going to wind up dead in the backseat of a car. It's being held up. Everything with you is a front. I don't remember you being this way. I'm starting to doubt whether everybody was replaced except for maybe this one and a few others. I really am. I don't know what to say. You look different. You act different. I mean, I don't even know. I'm trying to look at pictures from when we were younger. People are starting to just notice things. There's more veil being lifted. And as this frequency moves out that we're feeling, it feels like it's changing the dimensions of the dimension. And now people look different. There could even be some black magic that's going back where, okay, so they're getting younger looking and I'm getting older looking. This feels real, you will repent, whether you like it or not. These are our counterparts that don't face each other. So whatever that is, stuck. This is, I only show this side when I am in a bed, in a gym. Right. King of Swords. Other than that, this is, and I don't help anybody else either. That's what I feel. I don't do it. What's in between these two? Again, well, there's this guy, right? This is King of Swords, and you both could be narcissists. You both could be. So I'm telling you, there's a narcissistic couple here, or that's who they're with now. But this is two people, and you could, maybe you're the woman and you're clear about this. I don't mind being around a narcissist. I realize I do have Derek. I do have Derek and Still. Are they dating? Somebody's dating or doing things with Derek Still. But it's not up for discussion. You're officially gay or stupid. That's what this was said. What's in between them, though? This is seeing both sides. I don't feel playing both sides with this one. I think that this is what. I don't mind this. Yeah, I don't mind having them. I like narcissists. They're some of the most entertaining people. This is different. Substantially, you're going to see a substantial change in your life. That's how bad this person became. It's scary when you meet somebody and they're that guy in the neighborhood in public, and then they're like chopping up little kids and shit in the basement on Wednesday. Well, you could call it lasagna night. You could. Yeah. Okay. I don't smell any sauce. You know, and then you're like, I don't want to ask too many questions. Then they invite you over for food. You don't know what you eat. One, you don't know if you're leaving. Two, just don't. Somebody, the person that's in prison. This, I think that somebody thought that they were going to, they're connected to wanting to take this. I'm definitely going to get out. Chant. Somebody was doing some type of chant. Or they tried doing some type of chant to pull you in, or that backfired. Somebody wound up getting their ass beat in prison, or even worse, somebody got something somewhere. There are people that know you in some way, that are for you, that don't like that this when it was going on. Different types. I'd happily listen to you read a phone book, whatever that is. I'm far too young to know. And this just feels mentally young. I'm 50 fucking 2. Act like it. Wow. Okay. La-di-da-di-dee. La-di-da-di-da. 777. Hashtag 217. No, 217. Sloth and mac and cheese. Somebody could have gained weight or just became real lazy. Like, I'm just sitting here with my fucking laptop open or on my phone in my hand, just eating shit. Gel pens. I hope somebody doesn't say that. Gelin. That's so corny. But they do. Right. It comes in waves. Oh, somebody's talking about some withdrawal or something. That's why they're lazy, because they're going through withdrawal. And it could be, I'm telling you, I feel like there's siblings or friends, or there's two people where, and it could be that the woman is getting it, and it's just awkward for these guys. To have a woman take over this. It feels like having the throne as things handed down. And I can't find one man who's even half the woman that she is. I can't do it. I can't just leave it to a man just because. What if that man does something with children? I can't do it. I can't have my name attached. I won't do it. I won't do it to my ancestors. I won't do it to my parents, my family who are passed on that are alive. I refuse to do it. Mixtape, somebody sits there with headphones on and the shit comes. The shit happened to me, or it came in waves and shit is almost gone. Caverns. You have to keep yourself inside. So you can't go through this shit and be out, especially when... Are you in the closet? Someone's literally in the closet, but... There are some friends that just want to let this guy know you're gay. Just because you never I mean, okay, well, we won't say that you're gay, but you're clearly attracted to men, though. That's what they're trying to tell this guy. You like spending time with them more. We watch you when you're around women. You don't like them. We see us giving them looks and everything. It's like there are some of this guy's friends who said, "I see you giving my wife and my daughter looks. Like you look like you hate women because of this situation." And yeah, it's a shame what happened here. This could have been for the two of you. But now it's going to her. How come I never get Zabos? What is this one? No mention of any military units. So somebody could even be in the military, or they were. There's another conversation. You are a Marine. I couldn't tell if how I said it, I said you were or you are. They're very good with their words like that. Are you still one? That's why I wasn't done with the conversation. Got it. Are you still one? Or when you leave, or you make guard, or whatever the hell you guys call it. Is it just over now? That valor, that sense of heroism, is it just gone? Is it an act? This is me channeling. Stop taking everything that I fucking say personal, Jessup. You have to stop. What is it with you? Am I the one that you hit with soap? Huh? Am I the one that said more and you can't stand it? Am I the one that hit you back? You see it as a power struggle, and I say you will not fucking disrespect me. I don't need to be treated differently, but you will respect me as a person. In that situation, it doesn't matter what my gender is, or I wouldn't have been there. There's something wrong with that side being in that environment. That's not where cowardness belongs. You understand? Appears riding a crocodile. It could be some low level shit. Manifest as a handsome and fully armored soldier. So it doesn't really matter what. Yeah, it doesn't matter what these guys look like. Some of you are like, I dated some rough ones. They're angry. I just want to mate. I don't care about the sex part. Some of them, they're too interested in sex. Or money. It's lust. That's what it is. No, people don't seem to want a friend. They don't want somebody that can feed their soul. They want somebody that can feed their belly and feed their wallet. Yep. Feed their addiction, sure. Oh, it's horrible. The ego's worse, though. I'd rather give you some money and just say, go ahead and drink or go ahead and gamble and just give me some time to myself than to have the addiction to having their ego stroked. That generates fury eventually because you can't do it all the time. Especially when you're this kind of woman. The careful selection is what I just heard. Very careful selection, and couldn't be more pleased with this selection too. This is great. Fully armored soldier wearing a crown. So this doesn't feel like some 300 crowns. This feels like I put myself on the throne. But what's behind that? Do you deserve to be there? I demand respect. Earn it. There is no other way to get respect. Some people allow themselves to be threatened and blackmailed. I will not. I know for my situation, I'm the best man and woman for that. And you can feel how I feel about myself and how I handle things. And, you lost. I won the game. Again, though. Please, the last time. What is this? He has a sweet personality and character. Zabos causes people to fall deeply in love. Gifted at leading people where they need to be. So you could have somebody that's what it is. I'm not interested. This woman needs somebody that's not interested in her sexually to help her. I never seen in my life, this is said, I never seen in my life lust keep something from happening that I can tell is supposed to happen. I never in my life, and I can't blame it all on this woman. This shit was all in the mind. I don't even know if it was, it could have been them summoning her summoning them. I mean, this woman could have been, and now I'm finding out how powerful this shit really is, especially when there's artificial third eyes being created. All this shit with laser surgery, some people are finding out that that's true too. God, I can't believe the laws that are being broken. No wonder the world is falling apart. If you can't see that this is a whole bunch of spiritual law, just a disregard for it, coming back and whooping some ass. That's what this is. Sure, you can call it what you want. Call it end of times. Call it, what is that? Revelation. What's that other shit? What's that other shit where one goes up? Whatever. That's what it will be. Things like that. And he's dressed to protect and defend. Thank you. Whoever these guys are, thank you. We love you. It's different than this other one. This feels like I'm too old to be doing this, but something tells me that I'm going to make out better on this side than that side. Fall in love once they found each other. Perhaps that's all they need. Focus on romance and comfort. We say no. Maybe that was it. Maybe focusing on... Well, one side feels like I act like I love whoever. It's just comfortable for me. This comfort, this comfort feels like discomfort that somebody's trying to... You know when you act like everything's great for too long, you wind up having some mental breakdown. There's no way they could tell in the change of your appetite that you were serious. This could be if you're weaning off of drugs or weaning off of alcohol or something. Was this a competition you didn't even know you were in? Like, I'm serious here. I don't know what the hell this shit was. You may not even have known that this other thing was a coming towards you. Something happened in such a supernatural way in this woman's favor that it's endearing and it's charming, and yeah, for some it's a little agitating, but if all I have to do is what? Notarize something or tell some truth. It's not like she's asking you to pick up a sword and decapitate somebody. Not this group. I feel they it's different if you thought that she was just going to stay either at that job or in that home or in that facility forever. But something happened where, I don't know if she hung up on you on the phone, all right, when she hung up and then blocked your number and kept it like that and distracted herself. She was letting something know, I'm officially done. And when that happens, that means your self-worth goes up. This is a biggie. It is. And it's going to show other people how important it is who you have in your life and why introverts are introverted. It's not like we go, hi, my name is so-and-so. I'm not going to spend a lot of time with you because I spend time with myself because da-da-da-da-da. We don't get into that shit. We're just very quiet and private. And there's a reason, because when people come into our space, if you're not, you have to be confident and you have to be okay with maybe not getting out of it what you thought you were going to get out of it. That person doesn't owe you an explanation and you don't owe them one for shit either. But there's a reason why I'm a loner. And it's not because the world or the people around me are fucking perfect either. You know what I mean? I don't like arguing. I don't like fighting. That kind. And these are the people that need to lead. This is also I'm competitive, or when it comes to sex. This is when I'm angry, I cheat. Not good. Dancing. Somebody saw you dancing. Somebody saw you dancing and had some kind of reaction at a party or something like that, and they wound up fighting, and someone got arrested or something like that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you just one, you changed, but two, you just kind of sat and waited. I don't know why. Why do I feel like someone just sat and waited? That's why they feel like you're cloned or you're different. You're not the same. You're a closer. She said it on there. Patrick, she called you a closer. Never. She called you a closer. You don't even remember who you used to be. Are people really that different that now it's being questioned? I don't know. I wish we could test your DNA. Unless many people had soul jump-ins. Some people did. Some people had soul jump-ins, and other people, your looks wouldn't really change, would they? But what about the DNA tampering? I think at some point, right, thank you, throwing the towel. I think at some point, this is what they said, you have to throw in the towel with this. You fucked up. You're not going to be able to face them anyway. So what would this have been? And then it came out, I want to see her stuck. And I fucking hate myself for it. because I made a bad decision. And then there comes the wife. What do you mean you made a bad decision? And meanwhile, this bitch over here is like facing, I have no idea that this is going on, but you're the bad guy on both sides, on both of their sides, because both of these people refused to admit that. One, she tried to trap him with a child and it didn't work, and two, he was married, he's a fucking opportunist. The two of you are the problem in this situation. This other one has nothing to do with this shit. This is Queen. I'm so closed off. It annoys me. Yeah. Thank you for what you're doing, sir. You see who I am, okay? This could be the day you stop doing that destructive thing that you do. And I think throwing machetes at a kid's birthday party or something like that, mac and cheese and shit. Somebody threw a spoonful of something. Are you kidding? How old are you? Tell me that you're both in your fucking 50s doing this shit. Decompose. You would sit there. Was he watching you? This is, hey, I'm home. And then here he is. I'm going to start drinking. You know? Like the second he hears, I couldn't imagine. This feels like strict torment. Like, you know when it's not so bad because you're in such denial that it's your fault, that you actually believe it. So it seems like they're handling it well. That's it. I don't know how they're doing this. It's because they refuse to admit they're the problem or that they fucked up. That's why. You get genuine emotion when somebody's serious and they take accountability. This is, I fucked up. Right? Thinking, well, they're going to chase me. Or they're going to show up at the door. They're going to be psycho and fucking beep, 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 beep. And somebody may have been that like that, but not anymore. Now when I said I was done, I was done. Don't call me no nothing. I'm good over here. Tell me. But they didn't believe it, though. That's what I feel. I feel, yeah, okay. And I think that even the woman was kind of, God, I hope I don't fuck up again. There's something, right? There's always something. But when you, listen to me. I don't mean you say that you're worth. When you truly know your worth as a woman, I mean, it shows in the way you touch yourself, the way you dress, who you will speak to, how long. You rule the world this way. You're too good of a woman for this guy or this friend to even be. Somebody's too good. You're too good of a woman to be a roommate there. It's just gonna be a whole island full of strong, intimidating women because, you know, I feel how you feel. I can tell that I don't even want to talk to. I can't talk to anybody. It's either your voice. It's like me. Your voice, your stance, your truth, your bitter, fucking hard truth. It's not cold. It's not cold. Somebody wanted to say cold. It's not cold. It's truth. And if truth is cold to you, then what are you hiding? Some of us are okay with truth coming out. I'd rather it be truth, even if it's not so flattering for me. I'm not perfect, and I don't try to be. This constant need to look perfect in society or to the neighborhood or to the church or to work. It's another sickness. And it breeds even deeper sickness when you mix that with competition and jealousy and shit. It just breeds this no. It's this weird, it becomes its own being, you know? Put a skin suit on it and now we have another species that looks like everybody else that's going to friggin' do some fucked up shit and pass the buck on somebody else. There's too much of that type of DNA. But back to the DNA tampering. Whatever they were doing with it, I don't even care. I'm tired. But we're different genders, we're different chromosomes, different species, different personalities. But the important thing here is that the two of you, it feels like the way that you handle situations is totally different. And that's what's important to these people. How you handle things from a business perspective and a personal perspective when it comes to interacting with people. And that's where the conversations came in with, they're crazy. Like, we're all crazy. This one freaks out silently. It's genius. She gets it out, or he gets it out silently, so that they don't have to pass that shit out into the, I like it. I wish more people would do it. I mean, we all have to let it out, right? And we say that we do it in healthy ways, and what's that? Sometimes my healthy way is going down to the corner bar, and then I wind up making another decision that had nothing to do with the other bad decision that I'm trying to get over. Maybe just try to do that. You don't even have to put your head in a pillow. You're going to growl at some point, and you're going to say whatever it is you need to say, and you're not going to feel bad about it. It could even be to me, right, to get something out. But you do this enough times, and you're going to feel shit leave your body. You're going to feel your body get lighter. That's what this is. This is all about attention. And your attention seems to be like you're humbling people to just be more like themselves. I didn't realize that I pranced around in my suit or my dress or my suit dress and I'm an actor now. Yeah, I'm eating foods I normally wouldn't eat. My routine, look, for me, if I have to go into a fucking coffee establishment and take 40 seconds to explain the coffee that I want, I need to make some changes. I'll take a no soy latte, cucumber twist, lemon drop, freaking vanilla mocha chai chino. I quit. It's stuff like that where I wear this, but I don't necessarily represent this as a person. It bothers me. They don't play victim. How important that is. This is who you want this financial cord attached to. You understand? I believe that they bought the planet or tried. I believe that they wanted to do right. And I do believe that they were forcefully removed. I'm sorry. I don't even need, I can feel it, is what somebody said to somebody in a position of power. I don't know if they still have that position or not. I'm not even sure they're still here, to tell you the truth. But it's in the South Quarter. They keep telling you the North. I feel like if they tell me that, then it's got to be something else. Yep. Running with the wolves. They don't appear. Okay. There are a bunch of people saying, wow, we've all been kind of just judging the situation based off this. I can't believe it. So some people knew some people, and for some they are those people. And they watched these two people separately and closely. One still runs with, this guy runs with dirty cops and shit like that. And then the other one's a seer. So we have a prophet. Let me get this straight. We have a prophet who's about as pure as you get. All right. As dark as you could be with that purity. Honest. Giver. Discerning, bold, brave, strong. Please tell me why I would choose somebody else. I don't care what their gender is. I was never involved in that to begin with. In fact, I love strong women. This could have been whatever this was with you and this guy. It feels big, like king and queen shit. Or just wealth. The light. Okay. That's what it feels like, though. That their light is different. You could tell they're not comfortable in the light. And maybe they're right. Maybe their light is truth with the seer. Because I don't feel a lot of empathy from this woman. I feel it's uncomfortable for her, to tell you the truth. I do. I feel like when she said that, I felt that it was true. And to tell you the truth, I'm not sure that this woman has ever lied intentionally. I think if she told a lie, it's because she didn't want to hurt someone's feelings, or she just wanted it to be over. But it doesn't hurt other people. It doesn't create bigger problems. Her lies don't create bigger problems. This feels like a possibility for presidency, kingdom, and it could be the first time it went to a woman in a long time, if ever. Planting seeds. That's all they do is plant seeds. I like this idea of just planting the seed and letting them do with what they want. And what do? We plant the seed. This is whether it's for our kids, or we become those enablers in life, and then we resent that. You become an enabler. Now you're expecting for the person on the other side to make bold changes. But how can they do that when you're enabling them? And then you'll blame them for not getting up off their ass, but you're making their dinner and doing their wash. And this one, all they do is do that. I like it. I like saying that, let me lead by example, and I'm not going to push you, and I'm not going to judge you if you don't, because maybe you're not ready like I was. I like the way that this person moves through life. See, they're going over this. There's people where, I don't need your videos, and I don't need whatever this paper is with fake seals. I'm doing this off of merit. This is the first time this has ever been done, and it's been consistent merit with this one. The womb, how important this is. How important is this shit? Look at all this inner stuff. You got this, she's like the sac for the worm that turns into the butterfly. She's the fluid. That's what it feels like. Someone's trying to explain how they feel about this situation. Transformation from Raven. And this feels, every time I think Raven, I feel like the darker side. I just feel like the darker side of spiritual practice, the darker side of, this could just be, I see the darkness and I don't mind seeing it. I use it as a mechanism to divert that kind of darkness. But I know it exists, and I have a certain level of respect for it for different reasons at different times. You have to see, for me, I respect every, not person, nope. I respect every creature and every entity, that they have to exist somewhere. Okay? I didn't say I respect it like I'm going to kiss its hand or kiss its ring. But I respect the fact that they have a place in this universe somewhere for some reason. Fern. Could be someone's name. Or it was. Fern Gary. Fern Gary Glenn Ross. Fern Gary. I forget what we said. It was stupid. The spirit of the East. You could live in the East, or you're going to be moving. You could be moving to the Middle East. This could even be for them. Because that's what it felt like. It felt very gold, Dubai, fucking Afghanistan, Iraq, or something like that. Yeah. This flow thing. How is it that for someone who is, you know, I don't want to go over the words that you used to describe this woman, but put them all together, and what you got is it ain't good. Please tell me how I'm learning. You know, I'm a great judge of character, and I'm careful at what I take in, and people notice changes in me. This person has become a spiritual guide for me in life just over the past couple months. I didn't recognize it as that I was taking in information, using it. It is spiritual advice. Why don't we reward for this? So these people are the gifts, we say, because this was gone to a psychic. You know, I forgot to read this card, gone to a psychic. So the appreciation for psychic gifts for me it's different now. This is a different type of psychic. And then I watched Sybil, and I realized that she's not crazy. She's a medium. She dressed the character. She took on the pain, though, and that's the problem with people like us, is we're seen as crazy. And once you diagnose yourself as one, you take all that power away. You know the whole world's fucking crazy. And if you're not crazy, please don't come around me. Well, if you can't admit that you're crazy, I need you to be able to accept that you're crazy, so that I can show you my crazy and our crazies can get along. But if you can't even admit that you have any kind of crazy in you, please don't come around me. Traffic. And they are one of very few people who refuse to traffic children. This is a no-brainer. It feels difficult, like I don't want to let go, or I feel that I have to push myself to do this for some reason. But what if this was me or my wife or my sister? Spirit of the West, it could be the West. I mean, whatever this is women like this all over the Western Hemisphere, the Eastern Hemisphere, and the spirit of the South. So this is East, West, South, Sacred Temple. This is amazing. I think these are people in high places in different parts of the world who are discussing certain things. And there could even be people who are sick or they don't have much time left and they can clearly see something. I'm not even sure. I want to, what can they do with all this? If they single-handedly did this, then they can single-handedly. I wouldn't be surprised if they wind up doing this all by themselves. There's going to be some footage of someone doing things like this alone because they had no choice at some point, because they left or walked away or couldn't deal with something anymore. And it could be because of trafficking or just some foul shit. And the ancients, yep, this goes back. You can tell that they go back far. You know, I saw that shit with the Sphinx. I saw that shit in my head, and at first I'm thinking, why are they showing me this? I didn't realize how deep this was, how emotionally spiritual this was, but just how even manipulated, and that they had the ability to move through that and not allow themselves to be stuck, or even worse. I mean, this should have ended in disaster for them. It's ending in disaster for everybody else. Spiritual journey, I skipped that one. Well, I think we're past calling this a journey at this point. This is an emergency situation where a sacrifice, 26, I'm telling you. They didn't ask that yet, but they can tell. All they do is defend people. They need someone to come and defend them. And I'm going to do that for them because they deserve it. Not because I'm attracted. This is that conversation from earlier. Not because I'm attracted to them, or I want to date them or court them or whatever the hell people say now, but because I genuinely believe that they deserve this shit regardless. All right, this is great. Just keep doing what you're doing. This is happening because, oh my God, you giving this person attention could have made these people iffy like we know them, but they don't know them, and we're kind of nervous that if we do this, then are these the kind of people they choose to be around? Yeah, I think things are getting cleared up. Bye.